Well, good morning and welcome back. Day 3 and a bit of a change of plan. Helsinki seems to be quite quiet. Actually, most things were shut yesterday and the day before, so change of plan and we're going to go to Tallinn in Estonia instead. It's just a day trip, €20 to get across on the ferry. So that's where we're going. So we just arrived at the terminal. Let's go inside and find out what a ferry to Tallinn is like. So check-in was quite simple. You literally just walk up to the machine, type in the number which you got when you bought your ticket, and then through a gate and up this escalator. Let's see where we get to. Okay, let's have a look up the top of the escalator. Not sure where the ferry is, whether it's here or not. Let's have a look out the window. Looks like you can go outside as well, actually. Let's go outside. So I think it's safe to say, even though you're told to get here an hour before sailing, there doesn't actually appear to be a ferry here. So we're on a 9 o'clock sailing, and the time now is 5 to 8. So let's hope it turns up soon. Otherwise a day trip to Tallinn will end up being very short. Great news, the boat's arrived and it's heading straight at us. Ooh, that was close. It's been coming straight at us for a couple of minutes. I was hoping it was going to turn sometime soon. Unfortunately it has. So this is the roll-on, roll-off cruise ferry we'll be taking for the next couple of hours. I think it's 2 hours and 15 minutes it's supposed to take. Gets us into Tallinn about 11 o'clock. And we're coming back about 6 o'clock. So I don't know, by the time we get on and off, 4.5, 5 hours to have a wander around the old town of Tallinn. So let's see how good this place is. Ferry certainly looks quite good, as ferries go. Okay, tap the little card on the machine, gates open up and off you go. So a quick stroll along. Boats over to the side. Seas over to the other side. So I might have asked for my passport, to be honest, but there's no need for that. Well, no one's at least asked for a passport yet, anyway. Right, no idea where we're going, but most people seem to be going upstairs, so we'll do the same. So, welcome on board the MS Finlandia. This is our home for the next couple of hours, and wandered upstairs. I think we're on the 8th deck, and look down onto a stage area. So, I think there might be a band performing in a bit. This is facing forward, so at least we can see where we're going. But yeah, home. Next few hours on board the MS Finlandia, and I'll be honest with you, we're in the bar area, and even though it is only 29, there's already quite a few beers being consumed. So I think it's a bit of a party boat, that's for sure. Okay, so let's have a quick wander around this boat and have a look, see what we can see. Just like the bar and the entertainment area. So we're going back to the way we came. So I'll stop filming now. No, I'll just keep filming. Let's do everything more. Plenty of bars and restaurants. Heading back to the entertainment area where we just were with the band. Okay, let's go upstairs. So this leads up to a sundeck. So there's a few tables and chairs. Right behind me is a bar which I imagine gets opened up in the summer. It's sunny but it's not breezy, I'll give you that much. Excitement is mounting on board the ship because the live entertainment's about to start. I mean, everybody needs a live band at 10:15 in the morning, so when they start I'll let you know what they're playing. Number 32 for me in Estonia. Wandering into Tallinn, it's about a 10-minute walk from where we need to get to. And so we're going to concentrate all our time really in the old town, medieval old town, and the best preserved apparently for, well, best preserved in Europe I suppose. And that's what we're heading for. First place we're heading for actually is something called Fat Margaret's Tower. I'm not sure why it's called Fat Margaret. Sounds a bit rude, but that's where we're going to go anyway, so let's go and find good old Fat Margaret. So off to the side there you can see skyscrapers and obviously the modern part of Tallinn. I mean, this is a city where like the Skype started. It's a very highly technology city. Technology city, that's the word I was looking for. As I said, we're heading into the old part of town, which is straight in front of us. First day of April, blue skies, sunshine. Very nice. Good weather. And just for interest, yes, I did find the €10 sunglasses in the store, so we're all happy again. You see where I'm going. So heading towards the old town now. In front of us we can see St Olaf's church. We'll go visit that and I'll tell you a little bit about that building. But also Fat Margaret's is first up, so that's where we go to now. Just up these steps I think. So this is the entranceway to the old town of Tallinn, onto a strategic maritime port. Been owned by many people, from the Danes, the Germans, to the Soviets, up until 1991 where it gained its independence again. So let's go and have a look. So here we have the gate into the town, with poor old Fat Margaret next door. Let's have a walk into town and see what we can see. Well, our next stop actually was St Olaf's Church. That's where we're heading towards next. So a 2-minute walk from the gateway will bring us to St Olaf's, which is actually right to my right hand side. Now I take a step back, let's see if we can get how tall this building, apparently in about 1590, is the tallest building in the world. It's been hit by lightning at least 10 times and rebuilt at least 3 times. But There we go. St. Olaf's. I think you can go in there even. Let's find out. Okay, so there's a small ticket to pay to go to the top of the tower, if I look to it. Okay, up we go. Now there's 258 steps here, so there's will be fun. Let me see if I can film any of these. I don't think I'll be able to film any of this. It's pretty dark. It's just a winding staircase of constant stone steps. And they're all huge. Anyway, let's keep going. You've got a rope to hold on to, and that's it. Oh. Right, I'll stop filming. I'm going to fly in a minute, otherwise I'll see you when I can. I think we're at the halfway point. That's the stone steps done. Now a very steep wooden ladder. I think I can see the light. Ooh. Ooh. And here is the old town of Tallinn. All the towers, watchtowers. See if I can zoom in on them. And here we can see the old watchtowers of Tallinn. To give you some idea, this is now just me facing the roof of this church. And now I'm going to go up. It's huge. And now in the distance you'll see the boats that we came in on, the ferry that we came in on. And here we can easily see the mix of the old turning into the new in the distance. Well, that was Olaf's church. That's the tower. And that's where 258 steps takes you to the top. You get a cracking view from up there. There's no lift, but it's, tell you what, if you don't like steps, that's hard work. It's stone steps, they're pretty old, they've been there, they're polished, they've been there a while. So yeah, it's a tough old walk. Right, next stop on our little walk is the Old Town Square. So this whole route has come about via me sitting on the ferry using ChatGPT and going, where can I go to Tallinn for 5 hours? So that's what we're heading towards. And then probably a lunch in somewhere called Compressor, which is supposed to be a recommended pancake house. So let's go and have a look. Okay, let's wander into the square. So here we are. Tallinn in the old town in the medieval market square. So a quick look around. So that's the compressor pub. We went for lunch to do some great pancakes there, so I thoroughly recommend that place if you're in Tallinn. Reasonably priced and good food. Right, let's move on. Okay, our next stop is 6 minutes walk away, and that's another cathedral, Orthodox cathedral in the Russian style, so let's go see what it's like. So literally 2 or 3 minute walk from that restaurant. Oh, it's a pretty steep hill, to be honest. It brings us to our first sight of the cathedral. Just up there on the left hand side. This is probably the grand entrance when there's something going on. I think the tourist entrance is probably around the side. Let's go and have a look. So quite interesting, like school groups around. Oh dear, there's actually a funeral going on. Maybe we won't be going in. Let's keep it, show a bit of respect and see if there is something happening. So here's the front of the cathedral. It's a very impressive looking building. I filmed a little bit inside, but there is actually a funeral taking place inside. So it just seemed a bit disrespectful that there's whole groups of people coming in with audio guides being brought in by tour groups. So we just walked out and left. So our next stop now is actually to go to a place called Toompea Castle. So I think that's probably where this whole tourist group is going in front of me. So I may end up just following them. Let's have a look. Toompea Castle and viewing point, 1 minute away. So let's wander that direction and see if we can find it. So walking now along the external walls of Toompea Castle. I think this was built during the Swedish occupancy of this area. As I say, it's been owned by the Danes, it's been owned by the Swedes, it's been owned by the Germans, it's been owned by the Soviets. Strategic naval port as it was. But let's take a wander down and have a look at the viewpoint from this particular castle. So literally 20 yards down the road. Brings us to this building here. So walking on a footpath, the city map had told us to follow. It's told us that we've arrived at the castle. I'm not quite so sure on that one, to be perfectly honest. I mean, there is definitely a castle behind me. Let's spin the camera around, you'll see what I mean. One building, there is a castle. But I'm not quite sure this path was the best way to get there. But we'll keep wandering. You never know, we might find an entrance into it. This is certainly a well-used pathway. It does show up as being a path, but anyway, this is probably not the way you want to come if you're looking for the castle, but in Tallinn. Although you do get some impressive views of the walls from the outside, at least. So somehow we need to work out how to get up there. We'll just give it up as a foul and move on to the next place, which is St. Catherine's Passage. What would you do? Ah, we have. So we're back in the market square. It's quite interesting. So as I say, we're looking for the St Catherine's Passage, so he was here earlier. The oldie Estonian over to the side there is where we stopped for a lunchtime refreshment, which was all jolly good. Right, let's keep searching for St Catherine's Passage. Not a phrase I thought I'd ever keep repeating. Okay, so I think we found the passageway. So it's named after the former St Catherine's Church, which is thought to have been built here more than 700 years ago. Can you tell I'm reading this? And it's just a famous little passageway because of its cobbles and artisan stores, which mostly appear to be closed. Let's just wander through here anyway. You see on the left here, all tombstones. Well, we're here on a Tuesday, which means we can't actually go up the tower, up that gallery there at the top. It's closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So to bear in mind, if you're in Tallinn, so in Helsinki, most things seem to be closed Sundays and Mondays. If you come across to Tallinn, they seem to be closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So pick your days carefully. That's what I'm going to say. Pick your days carefully. Anyway, Viru Gate next. And that's the last thing we're going to stop at and have a look at in Tallinn, which the old ChatGPT said we should go and see. So let's go and see that. Should have told ChatGPT what day I was here. Maybe it would have sent me here. Anyway, let's go and have a look. So in front of me we found ourselves at Viru Gate. Now if you was entering Tallinn in the 14th century, this would have been your main entranceway. Apparently the towers are the only original bits there, the bits on the sides are all rebuilds. But yeah, Viru Gate. This is the entrance into Tallinn back in the 14th century. And next to it is now a nice sort of pretty flower market. It's all jolly nice. Lots of touristy stuff. What I will point out is on the other side of Viru Gate, it's as touristy as you can get. And you find yourself a nice McDonald's. So there you go. The oldest part of the walls with a tower and McDonald's. That kind of sums up my wander around Tallinn for the day. So I've only had a few hours, but that's the main thing to see. I think you've only got a few hours here. All that's left to do now is probably wander back, find a bakery, get a sandwich or something, take it back on board the ferry. Ferry leaves about start at 6:30, I think it is, and take us back to Helsinki. Which then tomorrow we'll catch another ferry to Sweden. See you in Stockholm, or on the ferry actually. 17 hours on the ferry, so we'll probably film a ferry trip for you. Right, catch you later. Bye.